Castle Quest is a strategy role-playing game where the player moves characters around a grid to try and beat the enemy AI and clear the level. Strategy role-playing games play similarly to chess or checkers, where the basic goal is to have the final pieces, or in this case, characters, left standing. Castle Quest was designed using the Unity 3D game engine and contains 4 levels, a tutorial to explain how to play, and 3 main levels. The children are attempting to gather the Power Stones and return to their home. Their intel has brought them here, where their plan to sneak and steal was overheard, and now they must strategically fight to capture the stone. Every character has a class based on the type of object they use in conflict, and specific stats based on what they are good at. Damage and defense determine how much health a character loses in conflict. Agility is a little more complex. A character's agility determines how many spaces on the grid they can move in a turn, as well as how likely they are to dodge during a conflict. A character flees the map if their health reaches 0. But that's not all. A character's class is especially powerful versus some classes, and vulnerable to others. Similar to rock, paper, scissors, melee is strong versus special, special is strong versus ranged, and ranged is strong versus melee. Using these advantages and disadvantages in conflict can make even the most difficult maps feel very easy after some trial and error. You clear a level and ultimately the game when you defeat the boss unit on a map. Boss units are unique because they have no advantages or disadvantages and generally have high stats, making them tougher to beat. Since enemy stats are hidden, it can be challenging to know how to move and position your units so that they can launch the first attack. A good technique is to pass your turn and play defensive early, keeping track of roughly the number of spaces the boss unit moves per turn. Once you have this hidden number figured out, you can lure the boss into moving into a position where your units can reach them, but they can't reach you. If you are more inclined for an offensive strategy, you can take note of the class advantages outlined earlier and clear the smaller units out of the way first in only one conflict. Then, without fear of a 2-front conflict, you can send all your units at the boss in a 3-on-1. If you are still having trouble with a level, keep trying new combinations of moves and tactics to find the one that works best for you. Strategy role-playing games are more fun through trial and error and sharing tactics and approaches with other players. If you like Castle Quest, be sure to check out the Fire Emblem series, created by Nintendo. If you are interested more in the narrative, specifically the design of the characters and the monsters, designs were inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's short horror stories, though you may want to leave a light on when looking into some of the monsters.